for gossip and entertainment only. Let's get started.
Hello, gossipers. Happy Saturday. This is Sharona. Please like, share, and subscribe. So, we closed out the Diddy trial week of the testimony of Cassie Ventura, Diddy's ex girlfriend of 11 years. So, there's been talk that they might want her to come back on Monday, but I'm not quite sure if that will go forward. Like I said, Cassie might give birth this coming week. Who knows? But apparently, I don't know if the defense, they're saying they didn't get enough time with her or what, but we'll keep an eye out on that. Also, Aubrey O'Day, she said that she is not testifying. She was not subpoenaed to testify. Now, there was a rumor going around that she was subpoenaed, but she was not subpoenaed to testify. The FBI did speak with her, but other than that, she's not confirmed to testify. So you hear people saying that Aubrey O'Day was going to be there. No. As far as today, I think, what's today's date? I think it's the 17th, May 17th. Hold on, let me check my calendar. Yes, today's May 17th, 2025. And as of today, Aubrey O'Day said she will not be testifying because she was not subpoenaed. And some people are saying that with Aubrey, she doesn't have anything to legit. And you know what, I shouldn't use the word legit, but it's like, what is she going to say? That Puffy was mean to her, he fired her because she didn't want to do this, do that. So I'm not quite sure why she wouldn't be subpoenaed if they also want to go by his character to see the kind of person he is. Because I would think Aubrey has seen stuff. The way how Dawn came into the procedures with that opening statement from her that, Diddy came down, he wanted his breakfast, his eggs, and he took the pan and hit Cassie with it. So Dawn, she's seen, and I would like to think Aubrey also saw stuff before she left the group, or even after leaving the group, who knows. With Dawn, it's different because she stayed on with Puffy, and she formed another group with two other singers, and then it was one other singer, and then Danity Kane, they tried to reunite, and it just didn't pan out for them to get back together. So since we're closing out, before I read the statements from Cassie and her husband Alex Fine on the 4 days of testimony. So Cassie was up there for 4 days, and he was in and out. He hasn't testified as yet. We're not quite sure if he will, but we're just going to go over some of the graphic sexual testimony that Cassie gave, just to see how this woman was being treated. And like she said, listening to her speak and hearing from others, it was like she was definitely a sex slave. There was no love there, or if there was love, it was not in love. It was love because she was willing to do what I wanted her to do. She also said that, I think she said Kim Porter, Diddy's late girlfriend, mother of 3 of his kids, that she wasn't nice to her, and who would be? No, let me take back that. I shouldn't say it like that. But, I don't know if it's because Cassie was with Diddy, that's why. And, people are going to defend Kim Porter. She's not here to defend herself, but we need to realize that we're all humans. We can't just paint this perfect picture of a person because it's Hollywood, if you get what I'm saying. So, we're going to just read a couple of these, and then we'll close it out with the statements that Cassie and her husband gave. So the attorney, he came out and read the statement. I'll see if I can find that. If not, I'll just read it myself, or I'll post it. So with the Diddy trial, Cassie testified Diddy paid a male escort to have sex with her while she wore a masquerade mask during their first freak-off. So their first freak-off, she had a mask on. I mean, right there, she probably was thinking, what the heck did I get myself into? And also, it sounded like she was looking for love. She was looking for love from Puffy, to be with someone for 11 years. And they could just easily say that Kim Porter's the love of their life, or he would be away on business and she would still take part in freak offs and he would watch on his computer or iPod. That goes to show he had no respect for her. Not only did he make her do it in front of him with 3 4 men, stuff like that, but he himself sat and watched from wherever he was in the world. She said she took ecstasy and alcohol before the encounter, which happened in Diddy's LA home. Cassie testified there were weekly freak offs for years, often involving hard drugs like Molly, the C word, GHB, and mushrooms. She said Diddy required her to be glistening with Johnson's baby oil, including once getting a kiddie pool full of baby oil at his request. And that's not safe. Doctors, people came out and say to have all that baby oil being forced into you it's not good. Cassie said she was urinated on repeatedly by Diddy and other men during freak-offs and described choking from urine in her mouth, calling it disgusting and traumatic. She told the jury she had to spread another man's semen, you're hearing that correctly, on Diddy's nipples and emphasize she did not want to do it. Freak-offs happened in multiple cities, including Miami, New York, Atlanta, Ibiza, and hotels across the country. She said she used Craigslist to find male escorts for Diddy's request early on. So she herself was also finding these escorts on Craigslist. I mean, then it makes you wonder, did she have time? I guess she didn't have time for them to take STD if they have AIDS, HIV, or did they have to bring in I would like to think they had to bring in a medical record, right? Because just to get some random stranger, and it sounded like if she did get someone she liked, that they would use that person again. Drugs were essential just to disassociate and get through the encounters, with Cassie saying she hated the freak offs and had no one to talk to. Again, because of Diddy and the fame that came with Diddy and the lifestyle that she was now living, it's like she didn't want to give that up. I think Diddy promised her a record, and every time she would ask about this record, he always had those freak off tapes to basically do what he wants her to do in situations like that. So her career wasn't going anywhere. She was just a sex slave to Diddy. And, she's thinking, if I leave, say no, what do I have? I don't have music. I don't have money. So what am I going to do? I can't just run home to mom and dad and go, I have to leave him because, and I'd like to think if she did, her parents would support her. Now, what do they do? I don't know. I don't know anything about Cassie's parents. So let's continue. Cassie Ventura testified that in 2011, Sean Diddy Combs became enraged after discovering she was seeing Kid Cudi. She said Diddy found an email about her visiting Cudi and threatened her with a wine opener. And you see those wine openers, those are like stabbing, like stab stab. According to Cassie, Diddy said he would release sexually explicit videos of her, including one on Christmas Day, to harm her and Cudi. So that goes to tell you Cudi did not know what was going on with the woman he was dating. She said she used a burner phone to contact Cudi and left him to stay at the house. And let him to stay at his house. That does not sound right. Let's read that again. She said she used a burner phone to contact Cudi and left to stay at his house. Okay, so she went to stay with Kid Cudi at his house. But she used a burner phone because if she used her phone, then Puffy could track her, which he was also doing, tracking her. Cassie testified that Diddy later kicked her in the back, leaving bruises. Photos of the injuries allegedly taken by her mother were shown to the jury. So the mom knew he was being abusive, but the mom did not know about the freak offs. She said when she returned to a hotel room, it had been deliberately soiled. Urine was on the floor. Feces were left in the toilet unflushed. And bodily fluids were on the bed. Ah, gross. Cassie told the jury she emailed her mother and Diddy's assistant, warning that he was planning to release 2 explicit videos. Again, I don't think the mother knew it was freak offs. Probably the mother thought the videos was with her and Diddy. She testified this was not the first incident. The first time Diddy hit her, she said, was in 2007 after she reacted to him flirting with another woman. So the first hit was in 2007. In that case, Cassie said Diddy hit her in a car, stomped her in her face, caused her to vomit, and hid her in a hotel for a week so no one would see the injuries. Cassie also testified that Diddy overdosed on strong opiates in February of 2012, which was a surprise to everybody. She said the day included a freak off, a sex club visit in San Bernardino, and a party at the Playboy Mansion. Cassie said she took him to the hospital and was told he had overdosed. She also said they called each other get high partners and that Diddy became angry if she used drugs without him. So get high partners. Cassie was asked to read aloud explicit texts she sent to Sean Diddy Combs. Defense used messages to argue she was an enthusiastic participant in sexual encounters known as freak-offs. Cassie pushed back, saying many texts were sent under pressure and didn't reflect her true feelings. Messages presented in court. 2009, I'm always ready to freak off. So apparently these are messages Cassie was sending. 2013, wish we could have FO'd before you left. 2017, I love our freak offs when we both want it, Cassie said. Back then, the words were empty. So she said that when she was saying she wanted freak offs, it was just empty. It was like she noticed something he would have wanted. So she was like, let's do a freak off. But it's not something she wanted to do, but because it would please him. So it says defense, framing, and Cassie's response. Defense tried to portray the relationship as part of a swinger's lifestyle. Cassie said the encounters were about control, not mutual consent. She described the events as dark, private, and emotionally damaging. The LA hotel incident raised. Defense cited sexual messages before a 2016 meeting where Combs was later seen kicking and dragging Cassie in a hotel hallway. Cassie said she went along to avoid conflict ahead of a movie premiere. So that was the day when oh Lord, I'm gonna say something. That was the day. Yeah, so that was the day they had a freak off. Sorry. They had a freak off in that room, and apparently Cassie left before the freak off was over, and she's saying that's what upset Puffy. And also not only that, but she said she think he was drunk, he was inebriated. So yeah, those are some of the stuff. I mean, the one where she said that Diddy made her rub semen on his nipples is like, what kind of freaky crap is that? No wonder they're called freak offs. And then with the attorney, they were like, just say what it is. It's what do they call those? A swinger's lifestyle. Just say that's what it was. But yeah, so that's everything with Cassie. Going forward next week, I decided it will not be a daily read that lengthy. But as I said, if anything major comes up, I'll report on it. If not, I will wait for the Friday to give a rundown of what went on for the week. But I said, again, if it's something major, definitely. But until then, so with that being said, I'm just going to close it out. I'm going to try and find the interview with the attorney. And yeah, so, prayers go out to Cassie, all the victims. And like I said before, there's no one here victim shaming or anything, but she was complicit. It started, 2017, if I'm not, no, not 2017. When did these freak offs start? Was it 2011? Anyways, when these started, she, oh Lord, my train of thought is gone. I was gonna say something, but now I can't remember. Basically, what I'm saying, that Cassie, she was complicit. Even after he argued her, she went back and willingly had sex with him while she was also dating her husband. Her was her boyfriend at the time. Now, the beatdown that she got from Diddy, not only the one that we saw proof of, but others that were told. And like I said, Don Richard said that he hit her with a skillet. Of course, this Diddy need to be disciplined on that. He need to serve time on that. He's an abuser. He's a woman abuser. And definitely he should see some punishment for that. Unfortunately for Cassie, because she already took the 10 million from the hotel and the 20 million from Diddy, she won't see him going on her behalf, if you get what I'm saying. But on others and, situations. And like I said, I'm waiting for celebrity names to be called if we're ever going to see anything. Because if this is only in regards to the freak-offs, I don't think celebrities were a part of the freak-offs. Because can you just imagine if it was like, this is, I don't want to use the word allegedly, but I'm just making, no, I'm not going to call celebrities' name as a point. Because I was going to say, what if Diddy was in the corner and then 3 major, A-listers, B-listers were that. But, she didn't say any other celebrity names. I'm sure she was asked that question in private. And if there was nothing to tell on any other celebrity, then that's what it is. But yes, gossipers, so we're just going to watch a Diddy trial. They said it's going to be 8 weeks. Again, if anything major, I'll let you know. If not, that's where we are done with the Diddy trial. So again, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for getting us to 1,000 subscribers. I did check. There's nothing else I can do until I do 1,000 video posts. So I need to be making more videos. So I'll see if I can make more shorts. Again, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching and listening.
This week has been extremely challenging, but also remarkably empowering and healing for me. I hope that my testimony has given strength and a voice to other survivors and can help others who have suffered to speak up and also heal from abuse and fear. For me, the more I heal, the more I can remember. And the more I can remember, the more I will never forget. I want to thank my family and my advocates for their unwavering support, and I'm grateful for all the kindness and encouragement that I have received. I am glad to put this chapter of my life to rest. As I turn to focus on the conclusion of my pregnancy, I ask for privacy for me and for my growing family. There has been speculation online surrounding how it must feel for me to sit there and listen to my wife's testimony. I have felt so many things sitting there. I have felt tremendous pride and overwhelming love for Cass. I have felt profound anger that she has been subjected to sitting in front of a person who tried to break her. So, to him and all of those who helped him along the way, please know this: you did not. You did not break her spirit nor her smile that lights up every room. You did not break the souls of a mother who gives the best hugs and plays the silliest games with our little girls. You did not break the woman who has made me a better man. I did not save Cassie, as some have said. To say that is an insult to the years of painful work my wife has done to save herself. Cassie saved Cassie. She alone broke free from abuse, coercion, violence, and threats. She did the work of fighting the demons that only a demon himself could have done to her. All I have done is love her as she has loved me. Her life is now surrounded by love, laughter, and our family. This horrific chapter is forever put behind us, and we will not be making additional statements. We appreciate all of the love and support we have received, and we ask that you respect our privacy as we welcome our son into a world that is now safer because of his mom. WIGEO